And welcome back to another highlights video. This time it's the Eastern European Rally Championship, and as you saw, we already have the championship leader Alan on screen on stage 1. It's been 16 stages, 100 odd kilometers altogether through 3 legs. So this is day 1 and the first stage, and the championship leader is on the way to, well, probably win another round. And if you want to take a good look at his livery, do it right now, because that's the last time he's driving this car. From the next round on, he'll be driving the Fiat S2K, and we have Dimi on stage 1, getting a little stuck in the ditch, but manages to come away without any damage or any serious mishap, and without losing a lot of time, as he flies over the jump and through this narrow, fast part of the track. I think, if I remember correctly, he also finished on the podium overall, but we'll see that, whether or not I was wrong. And then we have Ivan on stage 2, and as you can see, the initially nice weather has turned into a much worse rainy one, which lasted for the majority of this rally. So other than the tricky stages, we also had to fight off the weather, and Ivan almost hit the deer there, but fortunately it didn't happen. But I think he's got insurance on the car, so no big deal. He might need it in the end anyways. And this is an outside look at him before we continue with Daniel Withoeft on stage 2. So the rain from the outside actually looks a lot worse than from the onboards, but that still makes the conditions a lot trickier than under dry conditions, as we watch Daniel flying through the village. Fast turn, very nicely taken, and on to the next one. And this was the end of day 1. Alan in first, Dimi in second, and Alexander on third. And we're back with the next day, stage 3. Again, really dark, really rainy. So not only has the rain been impairing visibility, it's dark as well, making things even more difficult as we ride with Dimi. And then we switch over to stage 4, and we're riding with Ivan through this very fast stage of this rally. I believe it's been probably the fastest stage in here, as he's sliding into the corner very nicely, but slightly overcooks it and pays a visit to the ditch. However, he actually managed to get the car out without any serious mishap. If I saw it correctly, he got away with a minor bumper damage. As we continue with Daniel, and if I saw it correctly, there's been a couple of bends in the hood. Yeah, so the car is a little beat up already. We didn't see what exactly happened, but probably he's also been a bit of a victim of these tricky conditions, as we continue with Alan on stage 5. And at this point he's still in the lead, as he's taking the upward turn. For a second it sounded like the car had some trouble taking that uphill turn. And the weather is still the same as it was. Very elegant way of taking the hairpin. It's been a very narrow, very twisty section of this rally. easy to make a mistake hitting those walls on the left. And now we're on with Maria on stage 6, driving the Fabia R5 Evo, same as she's driving in the British series. And we got a little break from the bad weather here, though the track is still not dry. As you can see, there's still some spray coming from the car. So we had to continue under these damp conditions as we continue over to stage 7 with Ian, the reigning champion of the Yugoslav Championship, as he disappears into the fog. Absolutely horrible visibility. And we have Timmy on the same stage disappearing in the fog again and overcooking the turn quite heavily and hitting the tree with probably the back of the car as he managed to get away with the left front door broken. So he is introducing us a new aerodynamic solution to improve the braking of the car, give it a bigger resistance, as it takes that very difficult set of 90-degree turns. And we're back on with Ian on stage 8. Finally, I can actually see that he's driving a Lancia Delta. Couldn't see much thanks to the fog on the previous stage. And we have some nice weather as well. Finally, we can drive in dry conditions. And the hairpin, as he just rushes away into the distance, only to take the next hairpin. There's been quite a lot of these on this stage. And we're on with Ivan again, as he's still underway, and it looks like the car is pretty much undamaged, which is a rare sight to behold, so remember that. And this is a really nice angle to give you a bit of an overview what this stage looks like for about 90% of the time. Narrow, windy, lot of hairpins, mostly uphill, as we're riding with Timmy, who decided to drop the door in the meantime, allowing the fresh air to flow through the car freely. And it seems like he's been quite careful on these couple of turns. You can hear the handbrake screaming pretty much. Should have asked him what kind of damage he had, because it doesn't look normal for him. And he gets turned over in the wall, but gets away. And this is the end of day 2. Alan in the lead, Alexander in second, and Timmy in third. And we're back with day 3 of the RC highlights, and on board with Timmy, who managed to repair the car. So all the fancy aerodynamic solutions he installed throughout the previous day are now gone. So it's a fresh start for him to try and redeem himself as we continue with Ivan on stage 10. Looks like it went without any serious trouble. That's a very nice way to take the corner sideways. And not a lot of slip on that gravel part either. As we continue with Ian, right on board with him on stage 11. And by the sound of it, is standing on the throttle. It's going on the absolute limit this car can do. And then we're back with Timmy. And it looks like he's been missing that extra aerodynamics and just smashed the door into the tree again. And now we're on with Alan, and I think by this time he's been having a pretty good lead over everyone. So he was well on the way to become a double winner after winning the first round of the British Championship. He was on the way to win ERC as well. And we're on with Maria. And it looks like she managed to avoid any trouble on stage 12 as she crosses the finish line. And then we're still with her on stage 13, and that's a big mistake. And that was lucky. So got away without needing any assistance. Car landed on the wheels. And as you can see, she actually managed to finish the stage without any further mishaps. And we're back to stage 11 with Ian. Might be stage 13 actually. Yeah, it is stage 13. So disregard the little mistake as Ian jumps over every obstacle and be on his way for a 4th place overall, which is a good result. And these are the final results. Alain won, Alexander 2nd, Kasper 3rd. And the unfortunate who haven't been able to finish along with myself. And these are the current results, the current standings. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you at the next round. Goodbye.